Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is mixing together the Polaris Pop-Up mix and the cell-based mix so that it creates the actual wafter. So what you want here is that it's not popping up against the weight of the hook and it's not sinking flat down, but it's kind of counterbalancing against the weight of the hook, so that when the fish sucks it in, it shoots right the way back into the back of its mouth and, well, nails it every time basically. So to do this, you'll need a big sandwich bag and some kind of cup to measure it, and also scissors to cut open the bag, which I will need to get. Aha, scissors, right, and we can get into it then. So it's actually 2 parts of the Polaris Pop-Up mix and 2 parts of the cell dedicated base mix, which is this. So I can try and get it all down into the bottom and then cut along the top. Oh, it smells good. Right. So 1 1/4 cups of this. So 1. Oh, what am I doing? Into the sandwich bag. 1. And 1/4. Get out of the way. Then 2 cups of the Polaris Pop-Up mix, which is here. I suppose I can pour that. Try not to make too much of a mess of it. 1. And it's dreadful. 2. Move that out of the way. Right. Get this. Blow into it. It's not doing very well for me. Here we go. And thoroughly mix it so you don't have some pop-ups floating and some completely sinking. It tastes disgusting. Right, so there's the base mix done. Now let's start mixing the liquids. Right, so next thing I'm going to do is the wet ingredients. This is going to be a 1 egg mix. It's only going to be a small batch. So first, crack the egg into the bowl. God. Get a cup to do this. So I'm going to crack on that. There we go. In that goes. And now we whisk that up. Right, so now we're done with the whisking of the eggs. Next will be our flavours. So I suppose we'll start off with the Milky Toffee flavouring, because why not? I'm going to want 5 ml of this, so take your 5 ml measuring, take your 5 ml spoon, and you'll kind of set like this if you have one like I've got. Go. In that goes. Perfect. Then 2.5 ml of the cell activator will go in. So go 1/2 teaspoon. Put that up. Nice one. So there's that gone in. Drip that all out, it's really thick. Then 2.5 ml of the banana and pear flavouring. In. And then finally, 1.5 ml of sweet aid. Which is here. And then that goes. Now, just going to mix them all together before adding in our dye. Right, so now that those are all mixed together, it's time to add in our white dye. Be very careful when opening these because they tend to explode. There we go. Now you're going to put in around, 2 teaspoons of this. No, 1 teaspoon, sorry. Oh, right. So, let's get 1 teaspoon of this. And in with that. Lid back on, and let's mix this together. Now, when you're mixing this actually into the egg, there is absolutely no difference. You can tell it kind of gets it a bit lighter, but you'll begin to notice it changing white when you add in the base mix itself. So, let's start doing that now, eh? Right, so I'm back, and this time have the base mix with me. So, to do this, you want to add it really, really slowly so that it's all mixed together nicely and you don't over thicken it. So, start off with about that much. Mix that in. Now you should begin to see this turn a white kind of colour slowly, I hope. See that? Turning white. Now you can see what I mean. There we go. Right, so I think this might be at the consistency where I could begin to get my hands in. Don't know. Put a handful of this over the top and then start mixing. Yeah, that's about right. Right. Okay. Let's get the fork out and start using this. Sticking all the other bits on. Right, this consistency is kind of perfect right now. Just how I like it. You should be able to tell, because it shouldn't stick to your hands when you're making it. Look, when you break it in half like that, touch it against there, nothing should come off really, which is kind of what it's doing now. Maybe it's a bit too wet still, but add in some more base mix. Not add in, like pick some up off the bottom and just a bit around in it. It should be fine. Now you can kind of see that that's gone completely white now, just how you want it. And I think this is basically ready to start to roll. Again, I'm going to be rolling it with my hands because it's not worth investing in a rolling table unless you're making kind of kilo batches of these. Then it probably is, but because I'm only making 1 egg mixes of pop-ups, then don't really see any reason. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay, so let's start rolling it. Right, so now we're going to start rolling it, and what I have to do before rolling it is to dip my fingers in the water. It makes it easier to pinch off, roll into a ball. So, in between your palms, there we go. And just rinse and repeat for a very long time. Oh, 30 minutes later, finally finishing up, and the last one is made. Oh, look at my hands. Oh, God, that's horrible. Right, the water's boiling behind me, so let's get these cooking. Right, the water's boiling happily away, so it's time to put in a couple of boilies. Oh, being careful not to squash them. And they go. Boiling away happy. You can do this two ways, either until they're floating. For these pop-ups, that's going to be pretty hard. Or for 2 minutes I'll do these for. And see how well cooked they are, and if they aren't done enough, then I'll do some more, yeah. Right, this first batch should be about done. It's been 2 minutes and they're now floating, so let's get these guys out. Whoop. Using this little spoon with holes in it. Or you could use a sieve, but this pan's a bit small for that, so go. That's right. Okay, now how squishy are they? Oh, they look good. Right. Batch number. Oh! That hurt. Boiling water. Oh! Oh. Right, I'll see them for 2 minutes then. Now I'm just making sure that these don't stick to the edge or stick to each other by just stirring them occasionally every 20 seconds or so. Making extra sure. Right, so that's all of them cooked up now. It's cooling down off the heat. I've just spread them out across 3 plates so that they can cool nice and easy. I'll leave these cool for 48 hours, 72 hours kind of thing. Then they should be nice and rock hard. And, well, I think I'm going to test one. So let me just get a glass of water. Okay, so I've got a glass of water, and the way to test these is they should come up really slowly. Ready? Ah, perfect. There we go. See how pop-ups, they would just shoot up, and these go really slow, hardly coming up. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's let these cool now.